guys, I'm Liz and welcome to the Quick Journey here on YouTube. If you're new here, I would love it if you would subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment letting me know what you would like to see here in the next few weeks. Today, I am going to be taking you along as I do a little freezer cooking. We're getting ready to start a new school year and I always like to be as prepared as possible. A lot of times I will just do a whole bunch of freezer cooking to make sure I have easy lunches and breakfasts. It seems to make our school year go so much smoother. I don't know, there's just something about being able to pull things out of the freezer. Maybe I forget to meal plan or whatever it might be. Maybe something comes up, I don't know, but it's nice to have things in the freezer ready to go if I'm in a pinch. So today I'm gonna share with you lots of things that I have, stocked up on and put in my freezer for the beginning of the school year. And just a little note, that doesn't mean my freezer is stocked all school year long. I will use these things up, that's what they're in there for, and then I might or might not replace what I have in there. The whole point is that I'm able to have a good, seamless start to our school year. It just helps, it makes me feel better. I don't know if it makes a lot of difference, but it makes me feel better, it makes me feel more prepared, and just kind of sets me at ease, so I feel like it's worth it. I've been doing it every year, probably for the last 6 or 7 years of homeschooling. So it is just a part of my prep work, just like getting their books ready and filling their school baskets, which I shared a video on how I prepare for homeschool and the curriculums that I'm using for my kids this year. So I will put that up here if you are interested at all in seeing what I do for my kiddos as far as curriculum choices. So first things first, I am gonna do a little bit of laundry. I got some new towels for my kitchen. I needed them desperately. I ordered them from IKEA. They're my favorite. They're cheap. I think they're like 89 cents a piece. So I'm gonna get them washed and thrown in the laundry so that I can fold them later. And then after that, I'm gonna pull everything out of my kitchen freezer. I am going to sort through what I need to get rid of, what I want to keep, what I'm going to put someplace else, things I need to use up. And I'm just going to clean it and do an overall organization because it is a disaster. Anyway, come along with me as I do a little bit of homemaking and prep work for our new homeschool year. All the things that I have in my freezer. I love storing things in Ziplocs because it's easy for me to get to. I can pull out a few at a time and just zip it back up and put it in the freezer. Plus everything lays flat so I can fit more in my freezer than if I had it in some sort of container. So mainly I wanted to have easy breakfasts, easy lunches, and some snack ideas. I do this every year before school starts because I just want to make it as easy and like streamlined as possible. So that is why I do this. I think no matter whether you are homeschooling or whether your kiddos leave the home for school, I think that this would be a great thing for you to do as well. I'm hoping that I can share a few things that will make it easier, just so you have some ideas and so you can know what is even going to be good in my freezer for 3 months and still taste good whenever I bring it out. So let me go over everything that I have here on my counter. Every year I make taquitos. I will link the recipe for all of the things that I have here that I have on my blog. I'll link them below. Taquitos are amazing. You can either, if you're sending your kiddos off to school, pop them in their lunchbox and they can eat them chilled, or I like to put them on a cookie sheet and bake them in the oven just to warm them up, like maybe 250 or 300, and let them get crispy. So these are a great thing to have in the freezer because you can pull them out and they're amazing. So I basically make the taquitos. I even bake them just so the tortillas are a little crispy. And then I pull them out, let them completely cool. I freeze them on the cookie sheet in my freezer and let them get firm so that the tortillas don't stick together. And then I just pop them in a Ziploc bag. It's so simple. And this makes for a really easy lunch idea. I also made 2-gallon size bags of taquito filling so that if I wanted them for supper and wanted them fresh, I could do that as well for an easy supper. So I have 2-gallon size bags of taquito filling, which will serve us easily for an entire supper meal. Anyway, taquitos are one of my kids' favorite things. They are so good and they're just easy. They're easy and they're fun. These are in the street taco size. You can make them as big as you want, but I like the street taco size just because they're easier to store in the Ziplocs and pull out. So taquitos are definitely on my list. Okay, another thing I do is I make raw cookie dough balls. So I make my cookie dough, I put them in balls on a cookie sheet, I freeze them, and then I put them in a Ziploc. I always put the temperature and the time that I'm supposed to bake them, and then I can have fresh cookies anytime I want. Also made some peanut butter banana oatmeal cookies. These are great. They're high in protein. They don't have hardly any sugar in it. Most of the sweetness comes from the bananas and the chocolate chips, and they are really great to have in your freezer. I did go ahead and bake these, and once they cooled, I put them in the Ziploc and they are in the freezer. So I can just pull them out whenever I need them, set them on the counter, and they are a great treat as well. Plus, I don't feel bad about it because they only have like 1 tablespoon of sugar. I do have these on my blog, so I'll post that in the description box as well. Next up are muffins. I always have muffins in my freezer. We love muffins. They are easy for a snack. They are easy for breakfast. Scramble up an egg and they have a great filling breakfast. So I do banana muffins, pumpkin muffins, and blueberry muffins. I make mini and regular size, and they're just a great thing to have in the freezer as well. These are mini, I'm thinking they're pumpkin with chocolate chips. So anyway, These are a great, fun treat to pull out. These would go great in a lunchbox as well. So if you're sending your kiddos off to school, make sure that you make some mini muffins that you can pop in their lunch boxes. One of our family's favorite breakfasts are breakfast burritos. I just do cheese, I do breakfast sausage, and I do eggs. And I wrap them up in these, I think these are street taco. These might be taco, actually. I think they're taco sized tortillas. And I flash freeze them on a cookie sheet, and then I put them in Ziplocs, and I just pull them out. I'll warm them up in the oven, or your kiddos can microwave them if they want to. And they make a really good, easy breakfast where they're gonna get some protein. So I have 2 gallon size bags of these, and we will go through them pretty quickly because my kids will eat at least 2 for breakfast. They're pretty heavy breakfast eaters. While I was making the chicken taquitos, I was getting my chicken meat from whole chickens, and then I had the bones left over. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 gallon-sized bags of bone broth. So these will be great. We make a lot of soups in the fall, so I love that I already have good bone broth with lots of nutrients in the freezer, ready to go. I will pull it out, lay it in the sink whenever I'm gonna need to make soup, let it thaw, and then I will have homemade bone broth. So I'm really excited about that. The next thing I'm gonna show you is you can make it a lunch idea, but it's also good to do this and put it in gallon-sized bags. And that is taco meat. I love making taco meat. This, I would have done a quart size had I had them, but I just had sandwich sizes. So for 4 kiddos, I'll probably pull out 2 at a time and let it thaw all morning in the sink, maybe in a bowl of lukewarm water to help speed up the thawing process. And then I'll warm it up on the stove, and we will have tacos for lunch or nachos, whatever it is that your family prefers. And I just like that I have this already made, so if I'm in a pinch and I haven't been able to get groceries, I have something for lunch all ready to go. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 bags of taco meat ready to go for lunches. Pie meat really quickly. It's a super easy recipe. You can use whatever you have on hand. You can use a packet of chili seasoning or do your own, just whatever you feel like. I have 4 pounds of ground beef in here. I'm gonna put in a can of chili beans, which also has sauce. I'll rinse this out and pour some of the liquid in there. A can of tomato sauce, just to give it a little bit of a liquid to hold it all together. Definitely, I'm gonna put in some salt, some pepper. Oh, looks like my pepper shaker is almost empty. Some chili powder, some onion powder. Whoa, that's a lot. It'll still taste great. Some garlic powder. And then I'm gonna mix it and let it cool. I will taste it, see if it needs anything. And then I will put it, my preference is to put it in quart size Ziplocs, simply because that's enough to feed 4 kids. But I don't have any on hand still, so I'm just gonna use the sandwich size and put 2 servings in each baggie. We serve these with Frito chips. If you'd rather do more of a nacho style and serve it with taco chips, you may do that as well. We'll do cheese, shredded cheese on top, sour cream, diced tomatoes, maybe some jalapenos, just whatever you and your family prefer. And it makes for a really easy lunch. So whether you are homeschooling or whether you have kiddos who go to school, this is a great thing to have on hand for an easy lunch. So I'm gonna finish this up and then I will pop it in the freezer. I ended up with 5 bags of Frito pie meat. So this will be good. I filled them really full, so I'm hoping that with the lettuce and cheese and sour cream and Frito chips that we put with it, that this will be enough for 5 lunches. So anyway, I'm gonna pop these in the freezer. That is all for today. I finished up kind of the odds and ends I needed to do. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope that this inspired you to do some freezer cooking of your own and just get things ready as you start a new school year. I would love it if you're new here to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment below letting me know what you would like for me to share here on The Quick Journey here on YouTube. Thanks, you guys. Have a good day. We'll see you later. Bye.